Hi guys, my name is Amos Dsouza and welcome back to the channel. This is part 5 in the ongoing Godot tutorial series wherein we make your first game and I help you in the process. So in this video what we're going to do is finally detect the collisions between the enemy and the player and restart the game when it happens. So let's just jump right into it. So if you are following along this tutorial series, if you click play, you will have this scene done when you have your player done and the enemy just moves across the screen. Right now, if the enemy collides with the player, there is nothing happening. So in this video, we are going to fix that, and let's see if we can get the game finished up in this video. Okay. So without wasting time, let's just get into it. So first of all, we need to go to the enemy scene. So if you open your project again, you won't have it opened, so you can just click this but icon right here near enemy and it will open the enemy scene. Okay, and if you click the enemy, which is the area 2D, and if you go to node, you see we get a lot of signals which we can write, means we can use, and we can connect the signals to other nodes, right? So we're going to go back to the main scene, okay, and click the enemy and we can see the same nodes appear. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to add a script to our main node, okay, which is the very topmost node, the root of our tree, and we're going to click create a new script, attach node script, and we're going to click create. Okay, so in this script we can refer to all the nodes which are down here. So if I use if I want to refer to the player, I can do is variable var player is equal to, if we want to refer to any of these nodes right here in the scene, okay, what we can do is we can use the $sign followed by the name of the node. So if I do player, now this player will be represented by this player right here. Suppose we wanted to refer to this icon, what we can do is we can use $sign player and we can see player / collision, player / icon. Now this player, now this variable has turned into player.icon variable. Okay, so we're not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to take the enemy, we click the enemy, and we're going to take this signal right here, body entered signal. Since the player is a physics body, okay, it is taken, the engine, that is the Godot engine, looks at it as a body. So what we're going to do is we're going to click body created and come down here and click connect, and then we can see the nodes which have scripts on it. So that is the main, the player, and the enemy. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect to main, okay, and we're going to click connect. So once we have that, we're going to see function on enemy body entered and the body variable. So so this right here will be the properties of the body which this thing which the enemy collides with. So what we're going to do here is we're going to say we're going to check if body dot name is equal to player. Then we're going to say then we're going to print hit player. Okay, and if we test this out, okay, so whenever it hits, you are going to get a output right here, hit player, hit player. Now why it is getting again and again? Because the body is passing over the player again and again, as you can see. Okay, so now we know that it works fine. So what we are going to do is we are going to use a Godot function, that is we're going to get tree dot reload current scene. Okay, now what this is going to do is it's going to reload the whole scene. Okay, so if you click play and you're going to see the player fall. If it hits the player, if the enemy hits the player, it's gonna restart the whole game or restart the whole scene which we are running. Okay, so if it hits the player, as you can see, it's gonna restart. So this right now looks a bit abrupt. So what we're going to do, if it hits, we're going to say get tree dot paused. That means we're going to check if the tree is paused. So we're going to set it to true. Okay, then we're going to wait. How we're going to do that is we're going to go get tree dot create timer, and we're going to make the timer about 3 seconds and hit comma. And okay, sorry. So we need before that we need yield. Okay, and it's going to eat the output, that is timeout. Okay, now this right here is how you create a timer using code. Okay, and I'll show you another way how we create timers shortly. Okay, and we're going to wait for 3 seconds, and then we're going to restart the current scene, and we're going to say get tree dot paused is equal to false, because we are setting the tree to tree is paused to true, so we need to set it to false so that we can play the game again. So if you play the game now, what's gonna do is it's gonna wait to detect the player is dead, and it's gonna restart. So if you continue, and we're going to make the enemy move faster over time. So now you have got the restart mechanic done. Okay, so that out of the way, now we're going to focus on adding the score system. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the main node, okay, and Control A and search for label. Okay, and you can see we just got a label node. Okay, now what does this is, if you see the color of it, it is green in color. That means it is from the control section. Okay, so what we can do with the label is we can type out the score. So I'll import a font real quick, and if you want the same font, I will leave a link to it in the description, so you can just get the font and then import it to Godot. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've just imported my font right here. What you can do is you can just open up control panel and search for your fonts, and you can copy one out to your desktop and then just drag and drop it to your file system. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select label. Okay, and in inspector we're going to go down and search for custom fonts right here. Okay, we're going to click enable and create a new dynamic font. Okay, and click dynamic font, and as you can see down here there is font, and we're going to drag this font.ttf file over it. And now if you scroll up and if you type something like score equal to 0000, okay, if I zoom, you can see we have our font right there. Right now it's small, so we're going to do is go to settings under dynamic fonts itself and then increase it to about 48. Okay, and what is the best part of this is, I think if you go to layout and if you do center top, okay, it won't do it. So what you have to do is manually adjust the size of using the screen width. So what I'm going to do is go down to rect, okay, and just reset this position, and I'm going to increase it. So if you want to know your screen width and height, what you're going to do is go to project settings and search for window, and under display window you can see your width and height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the width, okay, paste it here and divide it by 2. Okay, and I'm going to do is center top, and then do the same thing just to add that value divided by 2, just simple algebra, and now it's at the center of the screen, and we can vary this about like 30 or something like that. Okay, now what we are going to do is go down to fonts and just increase it a little bit, 64, and I messed it up again. Okay, so I'm going to just manually do it by the eye. That should look okay. That should look all right. Okay, so now we have our text object. So we're going to click on label and going to click score. I'm just renaming it to score. And what we're going to do is go to our main script, or test the main node, and we're going to create a variable. We're going to use something like onReady. So what is onReady? It is whenever the game is ready, it will detect this variable. It will find this node and it will store it into a variable. So we're going to do that, and we're going to say var score is equal to find the score node, which is this one right here. Okay, and we're going to add to this score every millisecond. So what we're going to do is click main again and Control A and click timer. So this is the other type of timer which you can make in Godot. Okay, if you go to node, and you can see there is timer, and you have the signal which is called timeout. Okay, so we're going to click create and then attach it to main, because we want main to handle all the score. So we're going to click connect, and we're going to say on timer timeout, we're going to say score. I should name this properly. So the score text should be text. Wait, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create let me think this through. Okay, we're going to have a variable called current score. Oh my god, if I can type current score, and we're going to set it equal to 0. Okay, and whenever the timer timeouts, we're going to set current score plus equals 1. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to update the score text. So we can see score. So we have set this variable on top, dot text is equal to string of current score. Now what is this? Since current score is an integer, we can't set the text value as an integer. So what does str do is it will change the integer into a string format, which we can set it equal to text. So don't forget str, because it is important. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we're going to click timer again and go to inspector, and as you can see wait time. So it will wait for 1 second, and then it's going to give us this output, which is timeout. So what we're going to do is we're going to click auto start, so that once it's over, it will start again to 1 second, and we're going to set the wait time to 0.1. Okay, so that is, it will give us every millisecond. Okay, and now if we try, we're going to do is we're going to remove this text from here, because it will be bothering. Okay, and okay, I forgot one thing. Okay, we're going to do this, but we need to make it such that we have its score. Let's do it all caps, score equal, and we're going to add this together like so. So don't forget to do this. And now if you play the game, every time it will automatically update on top like so, and if you hit the thing, okay, it just goes away, as you can see, right? What we're going to do is we're going to copy we're going to go to main and we're going to copy this part right here and then paste it in the text of score so that this appears, and we're going to set it to 0. Okay, just keeping this so that when the game restarts you can see score is equal to 0. So if we play it now, you can see if we hit, it sets to 0, and it's a small detail which you can do. And like so, you have finally made your first ever game. So using this, what you can do is you can try and change the height of this enemy, or you can add the player movement so that the player can move left and right. And okay, we forgot the player, the enemy move speed, because right now he's moving at the same speed, right? And it's not difficult. So what we're going to do is every time it goes out of the screen, right? So every time visibility notifier this code runs, what we're going to do is we're going to make two things. We're going to make a constant. I think it should be fine if I place it here. Constant variable max speed. Okay, because we need to limit the speed. We're going to set it to 700 because I think we are importing a different speed, right? Yes, we are having it as 500, so I'll just copy it over. So I'm going to set it to 500 and we're having the max speed as 700. Okay, we're going to check if speed is less than max speed. Wait, what's wrong? Okay, sorry. Now it should be right. Okay, constant, you don't need to specify it's a variable, just a constant. Okay, max, if it's less than max speed, what we're going to do is we're going to do speed plus equal let's say 20. Okay, so every time this function gets called, if the speed is less than max speed, it's going to add 20 to speed. Okay, and if we play it now, what it should do is every time it goes out of screen, it will be a tiny bit faster. So if you want to see this drastically, what I can do is I will change max speed to 1000 and add 100 to it. Okay, so once it crosses it will be faster and more faster and you can just create a different wide variety of code as you want. So as you can see, it is much faster. And okay, now I hit it and it should wait for 3 seconds and it will restart, as you can see, and we are back into playing our game. So this is your game which you made, and I think you did a great job if you followed this series all along. So here's how you export your game to Windows. Okay, so you go to project and you go to export. Okay, and then you if you haven't already, it will say add presets or something. Okay, I think it should pop up somewhere, but I have already imported my template. So if you click add and if it shows you an error, okay, let me just see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. So you can click editor, okay, and click manage export templates, and you can see which one you're using. Okay, so right now I have the 3.2.1 stable installed. So if you don't have it, you can do is click install from file, and you can search the file which you downloaded from the Godot website, and it should install it from there. Or you can just re-download it, or as you can see, I have a lot of them installed right here. So these are the previous versions. So you can just click download if you have the option, or you can just do install from file and just locate to the file which you downloaded. It should be around 200 or 300 megabytes. So I think you should be fine once you download the file. Okay, so if you go to project and if you go to export and then add Windows, Windows desktop. Okay, and make sure runnable is true. Okay, and you don't have to change anything, and just say export project, and click export with disable off whenever you are exporting it to Windows, and then just name it. Just say, okay, just come here, select this part and just say box jumper, let's say. Okay, and click save and wait for it to export it out. Okay, and now if I navigate to this folder, so if I can what you can do is right click over here and click open in file manager in your file system. Okay, as you can see there is boxjumper.exe, and if I double click, it will run the game for you, as you can see. Okay, and now you can share this to your friends and show them what you have made. So if you made this, you can let me know about this on the Discord server, which I'll be making soon. The links will be down in the description for the Discord server, so if you want to join, then click that link and join the Discord server, wherein you can ask your doubts and whatever you have. So I think that will be the end for this Godot tutorial, and I hope you made your first game, and if you did, you can share it in the Discord server, which I have to make. And till then, just keep learning more. If you want more tutorial series like this, you can just comment down below and I'll make sure to make more. And if you have any particular games you want me to make, you can always comment down below and I will look through them, and I'll see and I'll try to make them if I can. So till then, if you like this video, hit the like button, and if you enjoyed and if you want to see more, click the subscribe button, and I will see you all guys in the next video. Bye bye.